Bluray review number 3. My arm is getting tired trying to switch arms. Okay, so let's talk about Lady Assassin. Now, this is another one I was saying for my boy Slepton. All right, I'm buying all these stuff like for, look at that price. Oh yeah, I was covered up with my finger. £10. £10 for some Hong Kong Wung Fu show from 1982. I was 2 years old, motherfucker. All right, anyways. So I don't know why it's called Lady Assassin, because she's only really Lady Assassin in the last 10 minutes. Of the whole film. The rest of the film is about like Chinese corruption in the courts and all these other dudes, you know. Basically, there's got some ninjas as well, some Chinese ninjas that are quite funny. It literally looks like from the 70s, but the thing is, like, China was like 10 years behind. So what you think was like 70s was actually 80s, and what you think was 70s was actually 60s. Either way, the special features were a bit lacking. Except for there was an interview with a fight choreographer dude who was basically a kid in this. He was a child extra, and then he basically became one of Shaw Brothers' team, you know, like, I mean, he got trained up and stuff, how to act and dance. I mean, he did the Peking opera like Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, all them brothers. So that was the biggest insight, better than the movie itself, because he talks about how the corruption in Hong Kong changed over the years because everything favored China, mainland China, you know, or the corruption in China was the corruption in Hong Kong. So he was just saying he was there in that transitional period, which was really like, I wouldn't say emotional, but it was just really informative. I didn't really know about that part of history, you know, because I always think like Hong Kong, China, you know, same thing, racist, yeah, whatever. But Lady Assassin had some good like fight scenes, you know, some good wire work. You saw the wires every now and then. The backdrops and stuff were pretty cool, pretty unique. Just like traditional, you know, like painted, obviously, not like proper posters, just paint. But anyways, as I said, the highlight was the interview, because it gave me a real insight into like what happened back then with how they had loads of time before for stunts up until about the 70s, and then all of a sudden when it became more mainland China money, you know, communist money, hint hint, then everything was quicker and faster. They didn't have as much time. There was more injuries and stuff like that. There was less respect for the stunt guys. It was more like, oh, let's focus on the actors all day and let's do 10 minutes with the stunt guys right at the end while they're hanging around, you know. Like, I mean, I've seen it so many times on sets where the stunt guys, like, literally they're just like sitting around all day and they're getting paid like an Avatar. I mean, it's unbelievable. The top stunt guys in New Zealand, and they're just sitting on their ass all day, and they're probably getting paid like 5 times more than I did. I don't know. They weren't even doing any stunts. But these guys, this is real legends, you know, real stunts. And he also mentions like Yuen Woo-ping, Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Yim Yao, blah, 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 if you know all those peeps. Obviously, Yuen Woo-ping. If you don't know Yuen Woo-ping, then what's wrong with you? Seriously, then go watch it. Slapton, where you at, man? You're supposed to be coming to watch these movies. I'm paying £10 and I watch it by myself.